welcome back to Sealand Plays The Sims Medieval. Off recording, I built the blacksmith place. I didn't make anyone yet. I might save that for a later time. But anyway, we're off to the next quest. Let's see. There's way too many selections. I wish they would have like 2 or 3 to show up. Anyway, I guess we'll do the Great Purge. The ongoing war between Tredidoni and Erebyville have stepped into Otanokazaka. Strange foreigners from both factions walked freely amongst the populace, going about their own agendas. And normally stalwart citizens were starting to get swept up in the conflicts. If something drastic wasn't done quickly, Otanokazaka would be torn asunder. Dastardly despot, oh boy. And we are Hanukkah. Lady Hanukkah experienced a cold sweat haunted by a dark dream of rebellion and war. Shaken away, the vision still left her troubled by a nagging sense of doom. Lady Hanukkah absently reviewed the missive delivered earlier to the royal apartments. Your Highness, present is requested in the throne room at her earliest convenience. From Royal Advisor Casey. Splash face with water at a wash bucket. I don't think I have one. Do I? While refreshing dousing my face at water did a little to rid myself those bad feelings. I can't hide from my responsibilities, especially when my kingdom is about to burst under pressure from all sides. My liege, thank you for finally arriving. There is much to discuss. Your kingdom is quite restless. Just this morning, a town leader voiced a grievance about the lack of security. And a foreign representative is threatening to protest our recent trade tax. Oh no. But I gotta go to sleep. Beyond the castle, a commoner has been caught speaking out against the throne and awaits judgment in the stocks. There's also a visiting sailor that's demanding certain naval sanctions. And there are still those funds that need to be allocated to the war effort. So much to do, oh my god. I've been curious about this new fad of wearing eye patches, but which eye does your majesty favor?
What in the goddamn?
Left or whichever you think is best. Let's do the second choice. What kind of answer is that? How will I ever know if I'm wearing my patch on the correct eye? Lady Hanukkah's popularity has decreased. Oh, whoops. As the next order of business, the throne recognizes the speaker from town. The issue in question is the rampant banditry throughout the kingdom due to the war, and the monarch's inability to provide greater security for the common people. On behalf of the village, I have a formal complaint against a bandit gang operating out of your graveyard. Since their arrival, muggings have increased, and several trade caravans have been stacked. This is intolerable, and yet you seem to turn a blind eye to our plight. We demand your attention in removing the outlaw menace.
Oh!
Your concerns are heard, Speaker Stacy. If you will wait here until I am finished attending to the rest of these petitioners, we can check on your bandits together. Lady Hanukkah quickly turned back to the throne, and the small cluster of people ready with their demands and complaints, leaving Speaker Stacy to stand forgotten, quietly muttering to himself. Oh, I'm sorry. They assigned away more of my treasure to maintain neutrality with the 2 warring factions, and for what, trade rates my people's safety? Sometimes I'm not sure if it's worth it. Better hand these off to Royal Advisor Casey before I do something rash, and we'll do that after we do the court on the throne. I request permission to run special experiments in my cellar. I will need funds for blades and harnesses, and I need a soundproofing of the walls, strong enough to muffle the say loud screaming. Yeah, we don't want that. Constable, you say, yes, maybe I will have this constable over for dinner sooner. Lady Hanukkah's popularity increased. Yay! Lady Hanukkah the Great, I come before you today to speak for a coalition of foreign professionals. To a member, we feel the current trade taxes are unbearable and hindering our craft. We request a break from dues to continue serving Otanokazaka, or we will be forced to find a more appreciative province to ply our trades. I can seek to start a candy shop in our outer village. Would the throne be willing to finance my endeavor? I believe it will bring much needed happiness to the kingdom. Well, we got a lot of money here. Yeah, sure. You just completed a sim of the people for 5 points towards your Watcher achievement level. A sim of the people maximize the monarch's popularity. Ooh, thanks. Your generosity is legendary. Truly, you are an inspiration to us all. Lady Hanukkah's popularity has massively increased. The public now universally adores her. As they should. Anyway, let's do these things. Request a guild roster from Council Woodrow, and then hand over the foreign documents to Casey. Very good, Your Grace. And as soon as you provide me with the requisite convenience fees, I will get these proceeded and sent out to the respective territories. 100 simoleons should cover it. Standard practice for these types of international transactions, my liege. It covers transfer, security, processing, conversion rates, etc. Also, it's 100 simoleons per tribute. What? Here's your blasted coin, Casey. And it's all I'm going to give you. I trust you figure out a way to make it conveniently work.
Are you sure about that?
Your request is noted. If you can provide me with a copy of your charter, I will take your suggestion under careful consideration. Rest assured, I will ensure every member of your guild is eventually served. Well, it's about time, Lady Hanukkah. I thought you'd be sitting in your comfy chair all day, ignoring those of your people who are in dire need. Let's head over to the caves now. I look forward to seeing royal justice be served. Alright, let's go. Sorry it took so long, my guy. I know they're here, hiding out in their cave, just waiting for unsuspecting honest folk to walk by so they can accost us for money. I expect you to do your duty, Lady Hanukkah. Go in there, apprehend them. Every moment you waste, they grow bolder and your people are put in further danger. Okay, Lady Hanukkah traversed the dark stone tunnels for several minutes before a faint scraping sound led her to a small dark chamber. On the far side of the room, a figure dressed in a filthy guard uniform squatted, harvesting pale mushrooms with a rusty knife. The figure turned, revealing a scruffy-looking man. He stared dumbfounded at Lady Hanukkah for a moment, before scrambling to his feet in an awkward bow. "I'd like you to have a word with you," Lady Hanukkah stated. "Outside, if you please. The smell in here is starting to seep into my clothes." "Ha! I told you, didn't I? You've allowed bandits to infest your kingdom. And this is the same scum that accosted me earlier on my way to the keep. I demand justice." "I did no such thing, my lady. I asked this fool if he could spare any coin, and he practically bit me your head off for it. It's true, a few of us have been squatting in the caves, but only because times are tough, with the water and all, and we can't find no caravan guard work. I may be a variant and terribly hungry, but I ain't no brute. I ain't a common thug, mind you, but I can't pass up simoleons that would put real food on their plates, and the truth be told, I would enjoy silencing this one's foul mouth." "What? You can't be serious. You're making a terrible mistake. I'll see you both rot. I'll have your..." Oh no! Surprisingly scrappy he was. But damn if it didn't feel good to shut his yap once and for all. I'll take the simoleons now as promised and be on my way. My men can fend for themselves. There's some fresh young talent in town that I have my eye on, and is this the... Oh my god, that is the Grim Reaper. He has hair now? Man, times have changed. But who died? Is it Goodman Stacy or Corvin this guy? Oh, Goodman Stacy died. So you just took him underground like that? Wow. Okay, what do I do? Send Corvin to the pit. Okay, The constable's on his way to arrest Corvin. Pay you? I think you have it backwards, friend. I can't have some brigand going around killing off innocent citizens. What would my loyal subjects think? No, you'll be the one paying for what you did with your miserable life. Constable to the pit with this murder. Okay, I guess that makes sense with the Grim Reaper showing up. Upon arriving at the stockades, Lady Hanukkah looked upon the shackled wretch. The accused was a simple and filthy peasant, now humbled by incarnation. Curious to the comment that resulted in arrest, Lady Hanukkah would first have to release Elliot the Lush before hearing out his complaints. Your Majesty, please come quickly. There are 2 refugees about to come to blows by the pond. You must stop them before they bring the war to the middle of Otanokazaka. How did you end up here, my guy? Many thanks for releasing me, Your Majesty. I was thrown in the stocks after some remark made when I was deep in my cups. The remark? Well, begging your pardon, my lady. I may have mentioned something offhand about royalty overlooking the needs of us common folk. I didn't mean anything by it. It was just an talk. Let's go for further discussion. Ungrateful sod, I should carve him up right here, right now. If there's too many sympathies around, I don't want to find myself in the middle of a riot. I'll make a nice dinner and invite the pleb back to the keep so I can deal with him later in private. Oh, thanks again, my lady. It's an unexpected honor. Now that I don't expect you to be gracious, I'll just be heading over there now. I look forward to sharing a mug with you. Well, my work here at the pit is done. I shall head over to the docks and deal with the demands of the sailor royal advisor Casey mentioned. I think I shall. And, oh my god. Halt, I order you to cease and desist, peons. My kingdom is not a battleground for you two to carry on your own private war. This her dandy stole my pet. Yeah, I said, it's my falcon. I found him injured after a raid and nursed it back to health. It's been me only company for years, until I got to Oktanokazaka when it never returned from hunting one day. And then I saw this Tredidonian scum using it to fish. I mean, to get it back. This grad squiller stole a Tredidonian battle falcon probably off the corpse of one of my countrymen. Just after I arrived at Oktanokazaka, this proud creature lands in front of me, starving and neglected. I've been caring for it since, until the shipwreck confronted me, claiming I stole her pet. No Tredidonian falcon would ever have a pirate master. It's my bird by birth, right? I guess. I don't know. Enough. I shall solve your petty disputes. I will take this bird and command it to return to its true master. A trained battle falcon should understand. Whichever of you it flies to is the proper owner, and we'll be done with this once and for all. Agreed? A very right solution, Your Grace. I look forward to proving this pirate is both a liar and a thief. Agreed. After years together, my bird be smart enough to return to its real master. According to Royal Advisor Casey, there should be a visiting sailor here at the docks that requested a royal audience concerning certain naval sanctions. I do not like to be kept waiting. Oh, look at what we got here. I hope to talk with some minor official, but lucky me to be speaking with the Lord of Oktanokazaka. I knew asking for naval sanctions would do the trick. Now that you're here, I've been needing the key to hold of this here ship. There's some cargo in here that don't belong to you. And I'll take any coin you have on you for me troubles and all. What are you going on about with some fancy words and fancy clothes? I'm just on the shore leaving. Got me better things to do than jaw with the likes of you, like drinking myself silly with finding a warm bed to share. Weirdo. Anyway, you get my demands over my dead body. That can certainly be arranged, and may it just be more fun. Bit off a tad more than you could chew. Shiprat, this here lording isn't some Tredidonian dandy or Airviville wrench to have your way with. Next time, learn how to work the blade with your drunk arse. Well, if you had a next time, that is. Execute by sword. Hi, Grim Reaper. Oh, Hanukkah looks very scared. I mean, I understand the Grim Reaper is like literally in front of you, and he has demon angel wings. That's interesting. The problem with killing pirates is a few minutes later you want to do it again. I'll have to find some way to get my fix. There should be plenty of opportunities back in my keep. Execute Scallywag Harvey by sword. Bye! Well, would you look at that? I guess given its actions that the falcon does truly belong to you, by view of hope. Oh yes, Lady Hanukkah, I was sure it would know its owner. Are you telling me I picked the wrong person? Which means that you, Hope, are responsible for the murder of this woman, and you shall be punished accordingly. How will Lady Hanukkah punish refugee Hope for the crime of murder by bird? Put Hope in the stacks or order the falcon to kill her? Ooh, I don't know. It could be bad both ways. Okay, that was quick. For your crime, Hope, I hereby sentence you to death by your own bird. A fitting end, don't you think? Who says justice can't also have a sense of humor? Well, that was fun. Oktanokazaka is a safer place and I got a new pet out of it. I wonder if war falcons make for good stew. You drive a hard bargain, my friend. I shall throw in a bottle of Reaper's Safe at no extra cost. You won't find merchandise of this quality at any price anywhere else, I assure you. So do we have a deal? I may be interested, then again I may not. Question is, what's to stop me from simply gutting you here, thief, and taking those items from your cold dead hands? Return to the throne room to wrap up any loose ends. Oh, cool. A fair question that deserves a fair response. I don't keep merchandise on my person like some fool. After I receive your payment, I will then have them delivered to you in a messenger post. The choice is yours. Do you want my wards or don't you? Let's make a deal first, and then we'll go to the throne room. A pleasure doing business with you, Lady Hanukkah. I will see that your purchase is delivered shortly. And as you won't be troubled by me again, let me say use it in good health. Get it? My time out of the castle has put everything into perspective. Otonokazaka is infested with parasites, and my throne room is the breeding ground for their treasonous little plans. It is past time I did a little house cleaning. Oh, do we get to decorate? I'm terrible at doing that. Oh, well, Lady Hanukkah, after careful consideration, I withdraw my earlier request regarding trade taxes. So there is no need to waste your time with the brilliancy of charters and formal documentation. I shall be leaving to send word to my guild about the decision that we've reached, with your majesty's permission, of course. I'm afraid I must insist we resolve this matter, so please, Council Woodrow, please make yourself comfortable and we'll discuss your requests like civilized adults. I suppose I can overlook killing him at least for the moment. Geez, we're getting violent here. Lock up Council Woodrow in the interrogation chair. Do I have an interrogation chair? Your sim has interacted with the interrogation chair. Would you like to learn more about this object? Sure. Getting information out of a sim requires two things: an interrogation chair and a secondary sim on your lot. Click on the chair and choose Lock Up Sim and then select Sim from the list. The will level lets you know how close you are to getting info out of your victim. You can decide to play naughty and force the info out of them by performing interactions that the sim reacts negatively to. You can also play nice and persuade the sim to give you info by performing interactions that the sim reacts positive to. When you reach the positive sweet spot, you can persuade the sim to give you info or items. Reaching a negative sweet spot allows you to interrogate the sim and gain your information by force. Every sim reacts differently to the interaction, so pay attention to your victim's reactions. Each interaction also takes away some of the alertness of your victim. The alertness level shows how much interrogating the sim can take. When the alertness level reaches 0, the sim will pass out if their will is low, or break out of the chair if their will is high. Either way, you will reset your progress, so choose wisely. At any time, you can release your victim from the chair by selecting the chair and choose release. Oh, that's a lot to take in, but okay. What chair technique will Lady Hanukkah the Great use on Council Woodrow? Tickling or release a vicious chinchilla? Well, we want to get info out of them, so let's do this. I can't breathe. I'll tell you everything. Just please no more. Well, I didn't get information I needed from my questioning, but I had fun while doing it, and that's what's important. Did we stop because your mood is lower? Well, that's okay. My lady, I must object to this. You cannot go around interrogating innocent foreigners. His death, while I am sure was accidental, will strain her already tenuous relations with Tredonia, and I'm now forced to write many letters to defuse the situation. I am starting to get the sense that my advisor may be at the root of my troubles, fostering support for underserved malefactors to question my authority. But I may have the means to remove this thorn in my royal side. Oh, we're going back to normal now? That's sadder. Thank you, Lady Hanukkah. That is a magnanimous gesture, but I don't trouble yourself on my account. I will just draft up my reports later, and I have access to plenty of ink to scribe with. That clever snake, she certainly must be wise to my plan. All the more reason to dispose of her. I shall try a different tactic. Of course, my lady, nothing's finer than the royal crown you enjoy so much. I'll get right on it. No, Aldebaran, this is something I'd like to make myself, for you and Royal Visor Casey, as a show of my appreciation for all your loyalty. Why, I don't know what to say, my lady. At least let me bring you the ingredients for the brewing. Oh, thank you. Here you are, Lady Hanukkah. Just please be careful when brewing. It's pretty strong. Oh, and make sure you keep away any metal or especially phosphorus, or it may blow up in your face and take half the castle with it, if shaken or stirred too hard. Adding phosphorus will turn a delicious spirit into a deadly concoction. I think I have a better idea than crude poison to finally rid myself of Royal Visor Casey. Unfortunately, it will also cost me a somewhat decent servant, but sacrifices must be made, and no one else need to know of this recipe. I gotta find the ore. I don't know where I could find one. This bit of royal alchemy is best done away from my throne room. The reception hall seems like as good a location as any to brew my ultimate weapon. I'll invite my royal staff there for a drink of appreciation. Yes, that should throw off for Royal Visor Casey long enough. Delicious. Thank you for the recipe, Aldebrand. Now won't you both join me? I very much want to show you my appreciation for all your support. Raise your glass carefully. It would be a shame to spill such fine liquor. Here's to you both. Now I'd like to make things right for that incident earlier and hopefully ease the strain on you, Royal Visor Casey. I'd like it if we could have the rest of this royal crown delivered to the poor Guild Consuls Association by way of an apology. I have it here. Will you help me with this? Why, of course, Lady Hanukkah. It would be a nice gesture and smooth things over a bit. I am sorry for doubting you earlier. Think no more of it, Royal Visor Casey. Do this small thing for me and we'll call it even. Travel to the docks to help Royal Visor Casey load the ship. Okay, we're on our way there. That's it, Casey. Bring that royal crown below decks for me. I'll just make sure everything up top is ready to go. Lady Hanukkah watched as her royal visor boarded the ship, carrying the vital bottle of potent royal crown, winching with every shaky step to the gangplank. When the bottle and advisor had disappeared below decks, Lady Hanukkah quickly burst into action, loading and turning the small bow cannon back towards the deck, and striking the ready fuse to life before diving from the railing into the cold water. Lady Hanukkah swam as fast as her heavy garments would allow, scrambling up on the beach just as the cannon fired a heavy pellet straight into the hold. A single startled yelp preceded a deafening roar as the ship tore itself asunder in the magnificent display of flaming destruction. With the advisor no longer able to interfere, Lady Hanukkah spent the next few days completing her purge of Otanokazaka. Anyone and everyone who posed a threat to the kingdom were rounded up to face righteous royal retribution. Yay, we completed the quest. Finally, that took a while. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to leave this part here. This quest took longer than I thought, and I'm still stuck at silver level. I think that's the best I'm gonna get it. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I guess I will see you all next time in another Sims Medieval video, or whatever I make next. Goodbye for now.